Imagine, if you will, it's an ordinary day at the office. Things are progressing swimmingly. And out of nowhere, you're hit with a cyber attack. More specifically, a SQL injection. Let's take a look at the Splunk team at TanukiTech and see how they're handling the situation.
Splunk can index any kind of data, any kind of IT streaming machine, historical data, Windows data, etc. Here you see a glass table of TanukiTech's web environment, and you can see that we have KPIs associated with this, and we have a health score of 50 on the database. So we can drill down into this, see the details of what's causing these database transactions to slow down, and then dive even deeper to see what changes were made within the DevOps environment that may be contributed to this. So Splunk gives you a holistic view of your enterprise, as well as key indicators of what's happening within that enterprise.
Very interesting. Turns out the smoking gun is Billy the intern. He was doing what any good intern does by executing the version release. But wouldn't you know it, he fat-fingered the code and left it wide open. That left the application vulnerable for infiltrators to have their way with it. Based on what it is that we've uncovered, I imagine they have to be seeing some pretty interesting things in the AOC. Let's see what AppDynamics has to say about it.
AppDynamics uses machine learning in AIOps to automatically learn the normal behavior of any application and then automatically calculate when things start to move away from normal. So we can find, based on the end user's experience, when pages are loading slow, what the root cause of that is. Here we see that there's a slow SQL query that is a potential vulnerability for SQL injection attack. And we have identified that this is the actual offending query that's causing the page to be slowed. And the actual line of code where the application is calling that query.
Hold the phone. You're telling me that the algorithms of the machine learning agents drilled down into the root cause of the issue in 3 clicks? And in doing so, they found the specific line of code resulting in user ID 105? Now that we know that the problem is, what are we going to do to fix it? Let's see what GitLab has in mind.
We can use GitLab to verify the problem with the code, remediate the problem, and also submit it to a battery of security and coding quality tests before pushing the code, the fixed code, back out to production. Here you can see the issue that we've got. It's regards to the 4.6 rollout. It's in regards to the 105 user ID error. And from there, what we can do is hop over to our environments tab, which gives us the ability to monitor our Kubernetes instances for any errors or anything that might help troubleshoot the problem. We can also open up a live environment from here to verify the problem and start preparing to fix the problem. From that point, we create a merge request, which allows us to begin the work on the code. And we can pop into our integrated web IDE at this point, find the trouble code, fix the code. We go ahead and stage it at that point. We'll commit it. And once it's committed, we'll automatically submit it to a series of code quality tests, vulnerability scans, license management scans, and of course, SAST and DAST as well before we push it out to a staging environment where we can verify the code one last time before we roll it out to production. And when we do roll it out to production, we can do that in increments so that we're maybe just impacting a smaller set of people rather than everyone. But for a problem like this, we can go ahead and roll it out to the entire environment, which we'll do.
Jiminy Christmas, you're telling me that Billy the intern coded the release with the password field in clear text? That's like leaving the front door open to the crown jewels. Luckily, they have a single application to manage the full software development lifecycle, remediating the issues, securing the code, and releasing it back into production from one interface. Now that it's fixed, what does the current state look like? Sami, what do you got for me?
Once the change is implemented, we can use AppDynamics to compare release 1 versus release 2 and measure exactly where the improvement was at the business transaction level.
That was a close one. It's great to see industry leaders working together on a united front, protecting our citizens' health, wealth, and liberty. In my line of business, this is when we say, case closed.